From a light skin to a dark skin, a street dude to a square, from a peasant to a king, no matter what, you can't please everybody. Stop worrying about what people think. Be yourself and only rock with those that rock with you. Good, y'all. It's your boy Renz Jr. back again with episode 23 on Renz 510 Radio, the East Bay Kings podcast. Don't forget to get my latest album, From a Peasant to a King, right now, streaming on all digital platforms. Features Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Young Buck, Spice One, and Richie Rich, and my daughter Maya King. Yes, sir. And in the shop, eastbaykings.com, we got some new drip just dropped for the summertime. So go ahead and slide through. Got the baseball jersey on. It's baseball season, even though I don't like baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's just fly different selections that you can choose from up there on the website, eastbaykings.com. And don't forget to check out the new 510 TV stream that we got going on. All the East Bay Kings games, basketball content from the squad, old games, practices, everything, interviews, mixtapes. We got it all up on there streaming. But right now, we're finna get into this podcast, episode 23. There's a lot going on this year in hip-hop, 2024. And I usually don't address stuff outside of the Bay or even too much get into any national hip-hop, news. But, it's the year of exposure. 2024, we had the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, and then you got Rick Ross jumping in, J.Cole backing out. I know it's probably been about a month now. I dropped a little freestyle about it just because I just was feeling froggy. Just wanted to jump in, and I like the beat. I really like
them false prophets you cram to keep following. But Farmer took them to town, y'all keep swallowing. Hollywood, deep politics, I ain't like many men. Friend of foe, made it up the totem pole from Diddy and staying away from industry devils since the millennium. Cause poison in the youth is they mission just like the COVID is. Hip hop broken, but Oakland is where the potion is. I make coleslaw out of a confused college kid, you know I'm him. Sing rap styles and stud scholarship. Time to say he took my whole style and copied it. This ain't no TD Jakes, this ain't no AI face. Was rapping beats first half free before that AI Drake. Clones, droids in industry plant, potato heads. Gangster rapper, government plan. They played to win NWA to Lamar. They got us all into we lobby until then I be killing them one by one. Bow, 3 bodies, nigga.
I really like that beat. Metro Boom in the future. But it's just some things that I think cross the line. I'll be real with y'all, man. And it's just giving me reminders of how it was growing up, and that's why I titled it Colorism in hip hop and in today's society. Is it still an issue? What's going on with it? It's a deep subject. We could go for hours on this, man, but I'll just say this. I feel like that song "They Not Like Us" kind of separates black people, And maybe I'm taking it wrong, but it's like Kendrick calling Drake he's not black, and then Rick Ross came in and calling him white boy, And you can take it how you want to. A lot of people don't know that I was half black. I'm mixed, so I grew up, trying to fit in and trying to figure out who I was. It's not easy, man. So I look at that and I say, damn, man, he's top rapper in the game, according to sales. I was never a fan, to be honest with you. I feel like he kind of took my style a little bit, man, or he got a similar style with the singing and the rapping and made it huge before I got a chance to do it, because out here there's no major labels and no radio support, and I wasn't somebody to just go jump into the industry and be thirsty and do everything that they tell you to do to try to get a record deal and become a slave, and I just want to be independent and have my own record label. Plus I went to school and I was, trying to be an athlete at a certain point. So, and I figured music would be something as a hobby and be something to build independently. But back on topic, man, I just feel like aside from the beefs, I don't really know everything that it stemmed from, as far as like maybe there's something that Drake did to all of these artists that are turning on him right now that he did songs with. I've heard that there's something that we don't know about that had them all turn on him. So I can't really speak on it, man. But just sitting back from my perspective, I just thought the battle was good for hip hop. J.Cole doing what he did showed, honestly, I mean, that continues the stereotype of light-skinned niggas is soft. But at the end of the day, he's intelligent, man. He wants peace. He chooses to just be able to live his life in peace and not have to worry about the stress of what it basically spiraled into. It ends up having a shooting at the man's house, and in Drake's house in Toronto, and that's where it can go. That's what beefs can do. Emotional control, man. Like, it's with these type of beefs, back and forth. Eventually it can get to that level. But like I said, as far as the energy and the what was created, the creativity, I think that it was good for hip hop. The lyricism was back on the focus. It's been quiet now. Looking at all these little things, battles that stem from that. Now, you even had Chris Brown and Quavo. And Quavo made a statement saying that this type of a beef could actually set off a light-skinned, dark-skinned war. And it's always been animosity, I think, from both sides. You can have uppity, light-skinned people that think that they're better, and a lot of the dark skins maybe felt that way. And like in Hollywood, people getting roles, in videos, music videos, a lot of light-skinned girls are getting chosen to be, the main. I've casted dark-skinned, light-skinned, Latinas, white girls, all type of girls in my video. I'm cool with everybody. But I could see there is animosity, and it just keeps going back and forth. And the thing about it is, it's not changing. We're not evolving and getting more intelligent. It's like we staying the same. We stagnant while other races, they come in, they do their business, and they build businesses, and they push people out that are failing in these areas, and they take over. They take our spot because we too busy beefing and fighting with each other over petty stuff, man. And I think this hip hop, what's going on, is another example. And whether these beefs were manufactured, were they real? Was it a plan by the record labels to go ahead and set this off this year so that way they can get the streams and get the music industry back popping? You know what I'm saying? Like that, it seemed like that could have been it too, because people ain't selling tickets anymore. You know what I'm saying? People ain't selling albums. And these platforms are paying less and less. I talked about that on the last podcast, man. But that issue ain't going away, and it's getting worse as far as for artists. So I think that has something to do with these labels maybe influencing their artists to go ahead and start a beef and just let's get it popping. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get people to be excited about hip hop again, because it's not even the number one genre anymore, from what I understand. So I just wanted to spit, my opinion and give my take on that. That I'm sure, I know that I don't think Rick Ross or Kendrick Lamar is racist towards their own people. I definitely do not think they're racist towards light skins. But I do think there's just a general, division between shades in the black community, and there can be animosity. Not from everyone, but I think I know from my experience that it's there. And when you look at some of the women, I'm not gonna blame women, but it has a big effect on the men as far as who they prefer and the trends. You look at, I don't know, like in some areas, like they only want street dudes, and with that, and then they could say, I don't want. This is what I've heard. I don't like piss colored, pretty boy, yellow dudes. I've heard that before. So then you have, a whole shade of our race, of the men feeling insignificant. You know what I'm saying, in that city, because it changes from in different areas. Fresno, I seen like some of the baddest light skinned women with some old regular looking, any old kind of, regular dude, and that's cool, whatever the preference is. Like regular street dude, they was going for that. But in Hayward and Oakland, like I was, feeling like I was pulling all the baddest, what you want to call it, like Beyonce looking types and whatever, man. But it changes from city to city. It's really preference, and it should come down to the personality, but it doesn't. It's just the way it is, the influence. Some areas and some people grew up with a dark-skinned father, and they want to be with somebody like their father, and that's fine. That's great. Then they have a mixed brother, and they kind of they didn't get along with their brother or something like that. Maybe it was a situation where they feel like their brother is just not attractive because you grew up with someone that's yellow and light skinned. I don't know what it is, but I'll say this: the division in our race, and coming from like the half breeds not feeling how could I say, black enough, definitely causes insecurities, and it stunts the growth as the community as a whole. And I feel like from the other side, my dad was dark skinned, so all my friends growing up with, all my like when I was in Oakland, Antioch, people I clung to was the street dudes, because I didn't have my father around. He left at an early age. I bounced around, lived with friends and different relatives for a time. But when I was outside, I connected mostly with dark-skinned people, man. I don't know. And it's funny to talk about it and make a whole podcast about it, but it needs to be said. It needs to be put out there. It's these are topics. These are things that people don't like to address. Yeah, my dad was black. My mom was Filipino, but my dad had some Cuban in him as well, black Cuban. So I'm mixed, but I identify more with my black side. But I feel sometimes people don't know what I am because they ask, and that makes me feel some type of way, because you grow up feeling a certain kind of way, but people look at you a different way. So you get confused. I'm gonna be real, even in my older ages. But like I said in the opening, be yourself. Rock with people that rock with you. We too old, we too past, history, and we too forward into where we are now in the present to still be having these problems and issues and narratives. So that's why I think at this point we going backwards. And I would just say this year in hip hop, the year of exposure, I can't say it was a totally good thing, man. Just to be able to, the artistry, the level of artistry and lyricism went up because of these beefs. But I think as a people and for the race and the division and where we are in society, I don't think it was a good thing. Bro, I think even with all that being said, look at the last 10 to 15 years, the era that we've been in, I think we're still in a better place. We had the first black president, and he was mixed, Barack Obama. He was accepted worldwide. He's bringing people together, And that's where we need to get back to, is look at what you can contribute. What do you bring to the table, instead of always looking for flaws in everybody and trying to say, well, you're not this, you're not that, you're not good enough. You're not authentic because you grew up 15 minutes outside of the hood. You wasn't right there in the trenches. Well, how you know he wasn't there every weekend, and how you know his household wasn't, filled with all types of debauchery and crime and drugs and everything like that? How do you know? You don't really know. You just generalize. But back on topic, like I say, I still think we in a better place. Colin Kaepernick, people like that, in the last, I know that was like 7 years ago, but he united black people with what he stood for. It's sad that he sacrificed his career for what he believed in. But overall, it was fighting for black people, and he was a half black, mixed person just like myself, from out in Turlock or whatever. He didn't. I think our upbringing was a little different. I don't think he was around the streets as much as I was out here in the town and out here in the East Bay like that. But still, man, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. He stood for something, and he's respected. And we have icons in our culture that are mixed, that are respected. And I know that, like I said, they wasn't like I'm talking about Rick Ross, Quavo, and Kendrick. I don't think they was really trying to create that division. I don't think they were trying to start a light skin versus dark skin war with this beef. I don't think that at all. But I just think those stereotypes and those feelings are there still in our community, and some of the things they were saying in those songs, in the beef, they kind of brought those feelings out. I could see. So what I'm basically trying to do, man, is just raise awareness to this, and hopefully it's going to bring us together overall as a people, so we can move forward in a positive way. Basically, the point of this is, man, we need to take back ownership from these platforms that are monetizing our culture, and we need to build our own platforms. The problem is there's culture vultures from the white-owned media sites and record labels that hold all the influence. They continue to promote negativity and division within our community, and they love to instigate beefs and instigate drama just to get views, clicks, and content. Even though lives can be lost, they don't care. They just want people to click on their website, and so that they can get paid for the ads that are running there. That's how it works. So we need to take back ownership. That's why I have 510radio.com. I own the site. I can get out my own message. I could put my music in the mix of my own radio station while promoting everybody and some of my favorites, at the same time. We just gotta take ownership and take it back from the people that ain't even from the culture, Build our own infrastructures and political movements. Yeah, we can go deep into that, but, it's an election year. I'm not gonna go all the way into it, but we keep getting played from this side, left to the right, and now you got all these people going right, and it's funny because 4 years ago it was the opposite. People are easily swayed and influenced. You need to think for yourself, and we need to build our own political movements and parties so we can do what's really important and focus on what's important in our community and move forward that way. And I just I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I think that's the move. So at the end of the day, we need to end the colorism, come together, pool money and resources to represent our culture right, and get paid what we deserve, while we, continue to make these record labels and media sites rich off our misery. we got to stop all that and reverse that and take back the culture. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's it for this episode. We'll be back again next time. Don't forget, go ahead and keep tapping into our radio station and website, 510radio.com. You can put in some requests. Artists can go ahead and tap in with me, and we can chop it up about how we can help, as far as promotion and radio play. I appreciate y'all to go ahead and continue to keep supporting my clothing brand, eastbaykings, and the basketball team. We got a stream of all of our footage, like I said, on the website, 510 TV. It's actually eastbaykings.com/510TV. Go to the stream and watch what we've been doing the last 4 years while I'm putting together a documentary that hopefully I can release this fall. And we hope to continue this movement that we created. So again, we'll be back with some more. We got hip hop, political, and sports topics on this podcast. We're wide open to suggestions, what y'all want to see. So holla at me. Don't forget. Don't be afraid to tap into the comment section and DM me. And let me know what y'all think, man. But anyway, it's your boy Renz Jr. signing out again. Renz 510 Radio, East Bay Kings podcast. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. It's your boy Lorenzo King, aka Renz Jr. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to King Ice. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all partnering up with your boy. Go and copy some shines at King Ice. Click on the link in the bio. And go get you some new shine today, man. Yeah.
King Ice.
King Ice, baby.
King Ice.
King Ice, man, we here.
King Ice.
King Ice.
King Ice.
King Ice, baby, it's official.
Do you smell the sweet leaf? He's cooking.
Oh, it's hard.
Oh, hey,
Officially a rapper.
that's because you won the Grammy, bro.